Awesome. Okay, thanks to Kyle. As always, office mechanic. Thanks, Kyle. You're gonna have to start doing like some quintessential like little move every time you leave the room because people like that. So close to the end. So hello crew, welcome. So today's little flow is, I was figuring, gonna be based around pretty simple movement patterns. And the reason I'm thinking that is because for me, what are we, June? This is being recorded today, which is June 17th. And I have not been doing a lot of yoga the past, well, a little while, a couple weeks again. So been doing a lot of biking, a little bit of running, some activity, of course, as always, but not a lot of movement-based, yoga-based stuff. So we'll kind of approach this with the headspace that we're all going to be pretty tight. So let's do that. And about half an hour, a little blast of movement and breath. So hope all are well. What a beautiful time of the year. You know, we got a 30-second summer, so get out and take advantage of it. And hopefully you're listening to this, watching this at like midnight or something. So hopefully you've already had a great day, or maybe 5 in the morning or something. Okay, so let's just get to it. Just come to standing at the front of the mat. I'm going to stand right here first. So just come into Tadasana. You guys are at the front of the mat. So mountain pose, all things move out from mountain pose. So as a mountain, obviously, unless you're getting lopped off for coal purposes, you're going to be strong and solid and pretty much eternal, really, insofar as whatever that is. So feet down into the floor, hip width apart, sort of parallel-ish feet, and spread those toes out a little bit. Feel really grounded in the feet. So it roots up from there. So in fact, pressing your feet into the floor, coming up into the pelvis, little tilt of the pelvis, so the pubic bone, slight tilt up, not a ton, just a little engagement there. And just by virtue of doing that, you're going to engage the transverse abdominis and a lot of those kind of little intricate core stabilizers here. So pubic bone up, tailbone down, okay, and then the growth happens. So vertebrae all the way through the midline, coming up to the sternum, bang that open, okay. Xiphoid process down, jugular notch up, right? When I teach this in the clinic, I teach this movement pattern right here in the sternal area, the chest area, as a function of shoulders and necks, in fact, because we get the rounded, slumped forward chimpanzee computer driving posture, right? So best way to, we think about that as shoulders or whatever, and neck, people like crank their head back like this. But I think the best way to go about that is to open up the sternum. So by virtue of doing that, you're automatically setting the shoulders. So, and that comes from movement of the rib cage wrapping around, attaching into the thoracic spine, the middle back, which then supports the neck and head, right? So simple, really, just open that up, xiphoid process down, open the heart. And so when you hear me talking about heart space or sternal space, that's this, okay? Once that's open, once that's long, coming up to the neck, little chin tuck, right? I see a lot of people going like this when they're meant to stand tall, so chin tuck and crown to the sky. And I remember when I was a kid, lining up to get measured every now and then. My dad was 6 feet tall, and I kind of made it to just above 5'9", but not quite. So obviously, always trying to like stand as tall as you possibly can. So that's what happens. Your little chin tuck, crown to the sky, shoulder blades back and down, palms forward, thumbs out. Okay, there's our posture. Feet, pelvis, lumbar spine lengthening, sternum lengthening, chin is tucked, crown is reaching, shoulder blades dropping back down the rib cage, palms forward, thumbs out. Okay, so a little bit of external rotation of the upper arm bones. Okay, and just kind of take some movements like so. All right, so we can see that when we externally rotate, internally rotate our arm bones, that affects our upper back and it affects our neck. So as we go like this, so this movement here, so we internally rotate our upper arm bones, the pecs shorten, and then that's going to collapse us all through our upper back and our neck, and we get this like, this is our computer pose, this is our driving pose. So what we want to do to augment opening up that, or opening up and combating all that is this. So pretty much all the time, this movement. So we're rotating externally. It gets kind of confusing when your hands are above your head because it feels weird, but you're still rotating externally when your hands are above your head. So that's a downward dog position. So when the cue is pull your elbows into the midline, what you're effectively doing is externally rotating your arms. And that is opening up the chest, opening up the back, taking pressure off of the neck, helping out with headaches, helping out with carpal tunnel, all that kind of stuff, right? Opening up the rib cage, expanding the lungs, okay? So rib cage expansion equals more oxygen to the body, equals better health, right? So the more we can open up this rib cage, the more these billows of our lungs can expand and contract and feed us and nourish us and heal us. Big deal. Breath is a big deal. All right, so kind of beat that to death. So we're standing at the top of our mat. Good. So big inhale, let's stretch the hands up, reaching up, heart is open, hands come together, exhale, hinging from the hips to the floor. Okay, we'll just do this a bunch of times to start opening the back body, the hamstrings, spine, erectors, head, neck. Good. Feet to the floor, inhale up. Stretch tall, reach the fingers, exhale, hinging. Good, inhale up, open up, stretch tall. And follow that breath down. Couple more, inhale up, we go, stretch and go, grow, reach. Follow the hands through center, exhaling. Ground down, lift up, heart open, stretch it to the sky. Good, exhaling. Good, two more, let's call it inhale up, lift, and exhale. Lift up we go, heart, shoulders, reach, the fingers, exhale. Good, halfway lift now. So expanding, lengthening like a telescope, opening the spine, exhale. Half lift, crown stretches, tail stretches, spine lengthens. Taking pressure off the discs, exhale. Three more like so, inhale, crown forward, tail back. Exhale. Two more, inhale, crown forward, tail back. Heart open, exhale. Good, one more, crown forward, tail back, lengthen out. Good, this time exhale, send your left foot back. So we're in our lunge, our left hand is down directly under our shoulders, spread the fingers. Let's open up the right shoulder, let's do some circles. Inhale, spin the right arm around, thumb is up, so that's that extra rotation. And let's just make a big circle, inhaling and just breathing actually. Opening up, big open space, try and get as much movement in the shoulder blade on the rib cage as you can. Think about this as a shoulder blade movement, okay? So squeezing it back. Envision if you could pull the shoulder blade back around to the opposite side of your rib cage even. Go, three more. Good. All right, hand, let's hold this. Thumb is up, stretch the fingers, big breath in. Okay, this right hand is gonna end up in front of our left big toes, or our left toes. Exhale. Let's move, so we just went through our wide-legged. Good, right hand is down. Sink the pelvis. You're gonna be feeling a nice stretch into your left adductor muscles, the left inner thigh. Okay, grow through the sternum. Stay with it. Just stay here and breathe. Okay, if you have a block or something, maybe set it up to the right side of your mat or a water bottle. Okay, exhale, let's shift. Face forward again, left knee down, left hand to the sky. Open, let's just go back and forth a few times. So a low lunge, left rib cage opening up a lot, pull the left thumb back. Exhale. Drop in, stay for a breath. Good, inhale, left knee down, left hand to the sky, open the chest. Exhale. Stay for a breath. Let's go 2 more. Inhale forward, knee down, left hand up, lift. Exhale. And a breath. Good, 1 more. Inhale. Good, exhale. Right on. So drop your left hand down so we're facing the other way. Right hand is grounded. Make some circles with the left arm. Spin it back. Thumb is up. And circle. Just slow, methodical movement. Thinking of the shoulder blade on the rib cage. Noticing what are the rotator cuff tendons doing? So those tendons in the shoulder joint. What's going on? If you can squeeze that shoulder blade back, you open up that space for those tendons to move, to glide. Let's go a couple more. One more. Send it back, hold, thumb is up, squeeze the left shoulder blade. A lot. And exhaling, coming through wide-legged, drop in, right knee bends this time. Maybe your right hand is on your right knee. Okay, dropping the pelvis, trying to keep the spine long. Okay, so probably more importance needs to be placed on a long spine. That's more important than the depth of lowering of your pelvis. Okay, so I'd rather see something like this with a straight spine than something all collapsed in like that. So kind of play with that. Okay, 2 more breaths here. Just opening up through those adductors again. All right, so gliding, right knee down, right hand up. Big inhale. Exhale, moving to that wide-legged lateral bend or lateral squat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Stay for a breath. Inhale, right knee down. Open up the right shoulders a lot. Pull the right thumb back. Exhale. Good, 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. All right, let's step the left foot forward. Front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, exhale. Okay, just do a couple of those. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Just had to turn the heat down just a bit. Inhale, lengthen out. Breathe out. All right, to the sky. Inhale, hands lift. Heart opens. Hands together. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Crown forward, tail back. Hands go down, feet go back. Plank pose. Okay, let's hold this. So draw the elbows in. Note that when you do that, you're externally rotating the arm bones. Okay, solid plank. Little pressure of the lower spine to the sky. Okay, so see, I can move my pelvis in such a way that it kind of changes my whole lower back. So it's a little engagement, a little less collapsing through the lower back. Engage. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Squeeze the shoulders back, hold this. Okay, never rush through your yoga poses. Okay, there's a lot of efficient ways to get a high intensity workout in. Yoga doesn't need to be one of them. Okay, squeeze, open through the chest. Exhale, down dog. All right, cycle through, bending one knee, bending the other, kind of moving through the hamstrings. All right, let's do one more simple Sana A. So bend the knees, look forward to the top of the mat, jump, front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Ground the feet, lift up, stretch. And release to the floor. Halfway up. Hands go down, Step, jump, float. The feet back, plank pose. Feet are hip width apart. Engage, elbows in. Engage the core. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Wow. Every time I do yoga for the first time in a while, I'm like, why don't I keep doing this? You know what? Just dedicated effort. That's all it is, all anything is. Too bad we have to work for a living. Okay, so lift up the right leg. Bend the knee. Open the hip. Let's make some circles with that right knee. Opening that hip joint, that iliofemoral joint. Okay, so make some big circles. All right, and then reverse it, go the other way. Big circles. Good. One more. All right, squeeze the right foot, the outside of the right hand. Let's go ahead and drop the left knee. Spin the right hand back. May catch the left foot. Pinky toe side. Squeeze the right shoulder blade open a lot. Okay, your gaze is over your right shoulder. All right, and if this is too much for your quad, maybe just place your right hand on your left or your right knee. All right, but see if you can engage that quad. Little trick. Some people can move better than they think they can. So go ahead and reach, like come to this right side, reach for that big toe side of the foot, and then spin your hand so your thumb is up and you're on your pinky toe side of the foot. And then from there, squeeze open through the chest. All right, and there we go. And we stay here and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that foot. Let's play a little game. Heel toe your right foot back to the mat. Let's sink in again. Side lunge. Left knee bends deeply. Okay? So just place your right hand down, maybe directly under your chest, or maybe you're on a block or something. Grow through the chest. Grow through here. Be strong. Okay, and let's play with just a little bit of balance. So grounding the left foot. Let's glide right foot up. And so our chest is forward, kind of a side half moon, lifting, play with it. Okay, and let's rotate into an airplane pose. Lift the heart, lift the right heel, stay long through the spine, squeeze the shoulder blades back, breathe, try and square the pelvis. Okay, on an inhale, pull the right knee forward, stand tall. Left foot driving into the floor. Okay, and note how active or passive we can be. We can like sit here and be lazy with this. This left hip juts out. What happens if we engage? We press. Okay, what we're doing here is we're engaging these stabilizers of the left hip. Okay, so we can actually even make this an exercise. You can let that hip go out and in, out, in, out, in, out, in. And you're getting a surprisingly nice contraction of the left hip stabilizers. So keep it locked on, pressing that left foot to the floor, left hand, outside right knee, spin, twist. Send your right hand back, maybe gazing back. Stay engaged through that left foot, pressing into the floor. Open through the sternum, breathe. All right. Good, with control. Maybe we can hover that right foot out to the side. Glide forward. Step the right foot back, plank pose. Okay, a little core before we switch to the other side. So spread the feet out just a bit. Okay, take your right hand directly under your chest. Okay, and square your shoulders. Now possibly left arm out, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. Left hand down. Press. Right arm out. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand down. Hands shoulder width apart. Feet a little wider than hip width. Hover your right leg. 5, 4. Core is engaged. 3, 2, 1. Hover your left leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the hips back. Downward facing dog. Let's lift the left leg up. Bend the knee. Open the hip, make some circles. Big circles with the left knee. Okay, maybe 4 or 5. One direction. Moving into the hip. Okay, other way. 4 or 5. Okay, try and make those circles as big and round as you can. Squeezing that knee to the sky. Let's go one more. Send the left foot forward outside of the right, or it's the left hand. Good right knee to the floor. Spin it back. Okay, here, maybe stay here. Possibly crunch up. Maybe catch the big toe. Glide, thumb up, pinky toe side. And then from there, open the chest. Be here and breathe. Let's hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the right foot. Heel toe your left foot. Let's sink in, bending the right knee. Drop in. Okay, left hand directly under your chest. Grow through your spine. Telescoping the spine. Okay, so moving into a little bit of balance. Right foot grounds, toes foot facing to the long side of the mat. Okay, we're moving into our modified half moon. Balancing on that right leg, lifting. So you're stacking the left shoulder over the right, chest is forward. Okay, lifting, left outside of foot to the sky, open the sternum, shoulder blades squeezing together, strong, pressing your right foot into the floor. Now migrate, not letting this left leg drop, rolling around your right hip, functional mobility around your right hip. It's tough, it's balancy, but it's not balance necessarily, it's strength, stabilizers. Okay, you have to have the strength and the stabilizers to possibly think about balance first. Okay, open the chest, airplane pose. Okay, square the hips. Lift the left heel. Breathing, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Glide the left knee up. Okay, engage, right foot into the floor. Okay, allow the right hip to jut out, and then pull it back in. I don't know how many we did on the other side, but let's do a few here. Hip out, hip in. Hip out, hip in. Let's go 3 or 4 more. Hip out, in, out, in. You feel those muscles engage. Out, in. One more. Pull it in and stay with it. Stay locked in. Right hand outside left knee. Spin the left hand back. Maybe gazing over your left hand. Breathe. Whoa. One more. Okay, slowly releasing. Can we glide that left foot out? Slowly, 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 slowly. Hands go down. Step the left foot back. Okay, a little bit of core again. So feet are wide, wider than hip width. Hands are at least shoulder width apart. Spread those fingers out a lot, okay? So the more the fingers are spread, the more support you have. Each finger can actually support you quite a lot. So let's lift the right leg. Okay, and maybe lift the left hand. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. Left leg lifts. Right hand lifts. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot down. Send the hips back. Downward facing dog. Good. Shoulders over wrists. Glide forward. Breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. All right, look forward. Top your feet to the outside of your hands. Boom. Malasana, Yogi Squat. Okay, we'll just stay here for a few breaths. Then I think we'll work some hip stabilizer strength. Breathe. Let's go 3 more. This is usually either super easy for people or super hard for people. It used to be really hard for me. It's not bad now. I remember back in the day when I wouldn't do basically very little yoga, this was impossible for quite a few years. Legit. Okay. Drop the hands, feet on the mat, maybe hip width apart. Grab a block or a bottle, whatever feels best. Okay, whatever you have. Okay, let's interlace our fingers around our left big toe. Okay, drive your right foot into the floor, hover your left foot. Okay, now pull it out, pause, and down. Let's go for 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down, switching sides. Peace fingers around your right big toe. Hover the right foot. Left foot drives. Right foot comes out. Pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet hip width apart. Let's drop in, or a little wider than mat width apart, let's call it. Drop in. Malasana. Sink in. Good, hands go down, feet go back, float them back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's just do a little warrior series flow. Then we'll take it to the floor. Right leg lifts, bend the knee, open the hip, squeeze it in. Step between the hands. Okay, left heel down. Let's move into reverse warrior straight away. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Okay, stay nice and low in your lunge. Good, opening up through the right rib cage, reaching the fingers back. Sink a little deeper. Okay, see if you can put the outside surface of your foot, the pinky toe surface of your foot on the floor. All right, on an exhale, let's straighten our right leg, maybe heel toe your feet a little closer. Triangle pose. Okay, but don't worry about trying to get super low with this right hand. Okay, worry more about trying to maintain the integrity, length, equally bilaterally. Rib cage, okay, side bodies. Okay, so your right hand down. There's not a big wow in your left rib cage. Kind of move your pelvis around a little bit to try and stay long and parallel with the left rib cage as much as possible. Left hand to the sky. Hold. Okay, reach your right hand forward. Let's hold that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep pulling the left hip back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release to a wide-legged position. All right, maybe take your feet just slightly wider. Okay, maybe your right hand is on a block or directly on the floor. Spread those fingers out a lot. Square the pelvis. Put your left palm on your tailbone. Okay, so again, telescoping the spine. And then start to rotate the left shoulder blade to the back of the rib cage. Okay, left hand to the sky. Breathe. Squeeze it open. Good, releasing the hands to the other side of the mat. Step your left foot back. Bend the knee, open the hip, lift it up. Good, squeeze it in, step. Reverse warrior, straight away. Rotating the arms. Drop into the lunge. Pull the left fingers back. Left shoulder blade still squeezing down and back of the rib cage. Left ribs opening up a lot. Lots of breath. Pressing it, pinky toe side of the right foot outwardly. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Shorten your stance accordingly. Okay? Lengthen out the side bodies, okay? This is not a side body bend in most cases. Little core, send the left hand forward, breathe. What do we do? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just hold here for a brief moment. All right. What the heck, man? I forgot what we just did. Okay, so let's lift up. Oh yeah, here we go. Fold into a wide-legged fold. Left hand down. Ground. Little twist. Right hand palm on the tailbone. Okay, lengthen out through the spine. Squeeze right shoulder blade in. Twist. Breathe and hold. Maintain the pelvic parallel to the horizon. Okay, not twisting too much through the pelvis. Breathe. Let's go 2 more. All right, release. Good, let's come right into seated wide-legged fold, or seated wide-legged position. All right. Big breath in, open up through the chest. Let's just side bend to the right. Maybe reach for the right big toes. Okay, you can reach over with the left hand if you've got that mobility. Most of the time I like to place my left hand. I can pull open through the left shoulder blade. More yoga required. Prescription for mobility, more yoga. 3 times a week for eternity. There's your prescription. Healthcare. Okay, squeeze it in. Left shoulder blade, that is. Pull it in. Good, come on up. Lengthen through the sternum. Left side. Just mirror what you did on the other side. Good, coming up. Okay, a little twist. Maybe take your left hand outside of your right thigh. Squeeze that right shoulder blade in, open. Maybe gazing over your right shoulder. Switching sides, a little gentle twist. All right, and just go ahead, lie onto your backs. Squeeze the knees into the chest. So lying on your backs, squeezing the knees into your chest. I'll just do some voice prompts here. Nothing complicated. So you're on your back. See if you can get a sense of sinking of each spinal segment, each vertebrae to the floor. So with your knees pulled up, so a lot of times if your hips are tight, your tailbone's going to be hovering off of the floor. See if you can kind of find that balance, drawing this tailbone towards the floor and getting as much connection of the spine to the floor as possible while still opening up through the hip joints. Okay, I'll let the left leg go long. So just left leg, back of the knee to the floor, straighten the left leg. You're still squeezing your right knee in. Okay, and then drop your right arm out to the side. With your left hand on the outside of your right knee, peel it across your body. Come to a gentle twist. Maybe gaze down your right middle finger somewhere. Okay, both shoulders as well, kind of sinking into the earth. Which is an easy twist for the spine. Okay, coming back to center, squeeze both knees in, give them a little tug, maybe a little traction, squeeze them into the chest, and then other side, so right leg lengthens out, back of the right knee to the floor, right hand the outside of the left knee, left arm out. Gazing down the length of the arm. 2 more breaths. All right, coming back to center, give the knees a final squeeze. All right, and then I would recommend from here taking a Shavasana and counting out 100 breaths. And as you do, see if you can incrementally lengthen out the breath cycle. So maybe start with 3 or 4 seconds inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4 through the nose. Maybe out through the mouth gently. 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pause. Inhale through the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth or the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Through the nose. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale. 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and maybe just play with that. Just if you have the time, the inclination, just lay there, breathe, empty your mind out, come into presence, come into groundedness, come into regulation, stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system for rest and relaxation, digestion. You can imagine if our sympathetic nervous system, so if our stress levels are constantly ramped up and you hear about adrenal fatigue and all that stuff all the time, and we can't digest our food. So what do you think will happen to, our bowels and stuff when we're constantly revved up with anxieties and stress and cortisol and things like that? Is we just get IBS, we get Crohn's, we get things like that because we cannot, that stuff only functions when the parasympathetic nervous system is firing. So just ways to be healthy, ways to regulate. We are nature. We literally are the earth. And life hack, stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. Breathe. Okay, these will keep coming for a while. Not sure about the summer 100%, but as long as I'm around, these will keep coming. So probably do some regular class teachings in the fall, I guess. I won't be teaching much in class or at all inside over the summer because, like I said, summer lasts 14 seconds, so get outside. Okay, namaste.